The punch that terrified everyone.
How was he punching? Was it hurting you?
He punches like a mule kick. Unbelievable. Excuse my French, please. Oh my God.
Welcome back to Quick
crazy
Hits here
French.
on BLTV Extra. On this series, we take a break from our longer documentary-style videos to briefly recap a fighter's career of note. On today's video, we turn the clock back to 1986 and scrutinize one of the hardest punching heavyweights of recent decades, with a primary focus on the infamous smash punch that was unique to his own repertoire.
He missed 2 lefts, hit him with a right.
Oh my goodness.
Dropping a like on the video would help us out a
That was a
bunch,
left-hand
so please
bomb.
consider it
Good
if you
Lord.
enjoy our content. Here now, the frightful power of Donovan Razor Ruddock.
Honestly, not too familiar with who this is. The King of Jamaica.
Ruddock was born in St. Catherine, Jamaica during the early 1960s. Jamaica was a tough country to grow up in this era, with the gangs and drug dealers more or less running the country.
They then smuggle the guns to Jamaica, where they are used to control the neighborhoods through violence, intimidation, and murder.
In 1974, his parents made the conscious decision to move to Toronto, Canada, where Ruddock, a now overgrown teenager, joined a local boxing gym and took to the ring like a duck to water. As I'm sure many of you are aware, Ruddock wasn't the only young man learning his trade in Canada during this period. Britain's own Lennox Lewis was also making waves as an amateur in the Great White North, and the two Jamaican descendants would go on to face each other in 1980, where Ruddock gained a decision over the future Hall of Fame legend.
Well, Sam, you have to give both of these guys credit. There's so much at stake.
Oh, that man's like... He doesn't even know where he is. And like, the ref didn't even notice. Like, his hands didn't move. He didn't move. That after like the first punch. Oh, well that one, he was fine. After that one. After that, it should have just been like, stopped. But I mean, it is happening pretty fast. Like, this man is not even moving. He just kind of like froze. Doesn't... Oh, man. It looked slower a second ago, but that was actually really fast. So I guess, you know, the ref couldn't really, like, just
Most
stop
fighters
it.
could only dream of scoring such a brutal knockout. Yet from 1986 to 1991, this was just another day in the office for Razor Ruddock.
There's no doubt in my mind that Ruddock is really a good hard puncher.
You got a mean left hand on him for sure.
He's a very hard puncher. There's 2 lefts, hit him with a right. Left.
His attack is very, very vicious.
During a 5-year period, Donovan scored 16 consecutive knockouts, each and every one being set up by the smash. The punch today is closely resembled by the shovel hook, a sort of uppercut/hook that is usually thrown to the body from a 45-degree angle while keeping your elbows nice and tight to your hip. Donovan was different for the fact he could throw the shot from any angle, with his elbows at any distance. And to top it off, he was predominantly a headhunter. It was
just
entirely
fires it
against
from
the grain,
the hip.
but that's what made
That's
it so
wild.
successful.
Plus, the impressive string of knockouts have put Razor Ruddock on the cutting edge of stardom.
Despite beating 3 former world champions, Ruddock was struggling to get a title shot. Evander Holyfield looked the most likely to entertain the idea, but changed his mind at the last minute and elected the more lucrative option in George Foreman. Yet, there was another man lingering around the division. He wasn't a world champion anymore, but still considered the very best in his category, perhaps even pound for pound.
I want to fight,
Tyson
and disrupt the
himself.
world because I'm the best fighter in the world.
Tyson needed a marquee win himself after suffering his first career loss to Buster Douglas. Ruddock was in the right place at the wrong time. Or was he?
Oh.
On January 18th, 1991,
So
it
is
was
this a
announced
fight
to the world
after his
that
loss?
Mike Tyson would take on Donovan Razor Ruddock on Showtime Championship Boxing.
Never beat me.
I actually don't know who wins
That
this.
particular
I
guy,
have no
really,
clue.
really don't care how good he is, don't care if I died or something, and he became the best. And he could beat everybody, and he obliviates, he could never beat me.
Ruddock was a respected contender at this time, but Mike didn't seem too worried about Ruddock's newly found reputation.
March 18th, Mike Tyson, Razor Ruddock dies. If he doesn't die, it doesn't count.
Harsh words, but a true reflection of Tyson's mindset at the time. Being a student of
Man
the
just
sport,
wants to
Tyson
exterminate,
knew precisely
eliminate,
the danger the Jamaican posed.
whatever.
Yet nothing but a vicious knockout would add
Everything
to
and
his
then
already
some.
illustrious profile.
He's mad. He has really got a head of steam going. I think he wants to get this guy out of here as fast as he can.
Both men weighed in terrific shape. The world was ready for a toe-to-toe battle.
Round 1 scheduled for 12.
The difference in size immediately apparent.
Associate Minister. Tyson hitting afterwards.
Tyson almost hit the ref. Jesus.
Tyson came out like a man trying to make a statement. He bashed around Ruddock and scored an early knockdown, although the referee, Richard Steele, should have seen that it was nothing more than a slip and trip. In round 3, Tyson put his man down once again, this time in clean fashion as he caught Ruddock with a nice counter left. A Mike Tyson highlight reel is incomplete without
Instantly
that look of,
wobbled
what the hell am I
like the
doing
legs.
fighting this guy, right across Ruddock's face. However,
him off
it'll never
balance.
tell the story of what actually happened in the fight.
Oh, a big left by Ruddock to stay on his feet.
And the right hand over. Oh, nice hook.
Here comes Razor Ruddock out of nowhere.
Came awake after all that punishment and inflicted some hard punishment again.
A left uppercut by Razor Ruddock. That's
Man, he's tagging him.
Tyson. Now Tyson.
Oh.
Hit me again. And
He's tagging him.
At the bell sound.
Ruddock finally found his range. The smash was landing, Tyson's knees were buckling, and Donovan was racking up the points. Round 6 was dominant for Ruddock, with a few thudding shots on the bell ending with a shove and a disrespectful stare at the former champ. In retrospect, perhaps making him angry was the wrong decision, as the next round would be the last. And it wasn't the Jamaican with his gloves on.
Seems to have taken some steam out of Tyson. Ruddock coming back. Now Tyson with a big left. But Razor Ruddock.
I'm seeing like a right hand being blasted. Is that what happened? Oh! Oh! Oh no, it was just a mixture. It was a lot. The right and the left was, oh my
There's
goodness.
no doubt Ruddock was on his last legs, but even Tyson admitted in the post-fight interview that the stoppage was premature.
Put him out.
How was he punching? Was it hurting
Like a thunder, he punches like a mule kick.
Yeah, to be honest, he's still
Unbelievable.
like,
Excuse my French,
he
please.
looked like he could
Oh,
still
my
fight.
God. He was hurt pretty bad. I would love to finish. He's at the moment where he's really hurt.
But you see, he still can talk and he's still on his feet.
Yeah, he's like, he looks wobbled. Maybe they could have gave him like a standing 10 or something, or a standing 8. I mean, like just count him to 8. If he seems good, he seems good. I mean, he seems kind of good. He's talking back. He's on the ropes, but
really, I
you
think
know.
that's premature because you should have been allowed
Maybe.
to finish him if you could.
I believe so also, but I can't make judgment for Richard Steele. He's an experienced referee, as you know, probably the most experienced in the world. And who am I to make judgment to him? I can't judge him because I'm not his peer.
Steele wronged Ruddock once again, and there was only one way to settle the score.
Mike Tyson said it doesn't count unless he's dead.
But he's still alive, so we gotta do it again.
All right, now.
2 times. Repeat or revenge.
I think you could argue, in all 40 Tyson fights to this point, Ruddock was his most robust victory, which makes the rematch just 3 months later that much more admirable.
Championship.
You know, talk about unnecessary risk. Here's Tyson. He's already #1. He's already going to fight for the title. What's he got to gain? Nothing. What's he got to lose? Everything. And the opposite for
Just to
Ruddock.
prove a point.
Some words were exchanged before the bout, Tyson saying Tyson things. However, these two knew there was never going to be a one-sided victory for either man. There was an undertone of respect amongst the trash talk before the first bell would ring for the second time.
You're sweet. I'm gonna make sure you kiss me good with those big lips.
The hard-hitting Donovan Razor Ruddock.
To sum up the rematch in 3 words, all-out war.
Almost disdaining.
Oh.
Ruddock is now tying up Tyson with a very damaging
Oh, the rip to the body. Oh. Oh. The rights.
Tyson started stronger
My
once
vision.
again and floored Ruddock
I'm
in
seeing
both the
it.
second and third rounds,
I'm
identical
seeing my
to the
vision.
first fight.
The rights are coming.
As Donovan
They're-
laid on the
they're
canvas
just
smiling,
flying.
which he seemed to do far too often, he kept the fact his jaw was broken to himself.
Oh shit. I mean, his mouth is kind of just open. Looks suspect.
I never saw anybody get up off the canvas as well.
Oh.
Razor Ruddock does. He keeps
Oh.
There goes the mouthpiece. Fourth round. Oh, tremendous uppercut by Donovan.
Ruddock fought a further 9 rounds with a busted jaw. Tyson landed heavy shots at every
Jesus.
moment, but was met with a smash before he could deliver the
That's
final blow.
crazy.
Sucking air, looking for that
Oh,
second round.
oh.
Here's Ruddock with the left. Another left. Done.
Man went 9 rounds with a broken jaw. That's wild.
Ruddock had his moments, but Tyson is an ATG for a reason.
I always say like
The
Colby
Brooklyn-born
Covington.
slugger proved his doubters wrong and earned the hardest points decision of his career.
Hell of a heart to come back from
That
some of those
shit's
shots.
crazy.
This guy hit you some major shots.
Hey, man, that's what it's all about.
And you have got to have some kind of award from getting up from knockdown smiling. You must have the record of getting up smiling from knockdown.
It's better than crying.
Tyson ended his post-fight interview saying Ruddock was a tough guy and would have a future, which was sadly wrong for the fact Ruddock's resilience would never be the same.
Yeah, I mean, when you eat a lot of blows like that, I don't think you're ever the same. Like, that was a war right there.
After the
At least
Tyson
it looked
match,
like it. I've
Ruddock
never seen
bounced
it,
back with
but
back-to-back
it looked like it
victories
was
over Greg Page and Phil
war.
Jackson.
Be a good fight to
Lennox
watch.
Lewis was the next
Looked
man to
pretty
offer
good.
Ruddock a title shot, but completely wiped the floor with him, ending any future high-profile bouts in the second round. For the remainder of his career, there were huge chunks of inactivity. Tommy Morrison sent him to another dimension in 1995, which put the final nail in his career coffin. He did fight on, much longer than expected, only hanging up the gloves as recent as 2015. That isn't how he should be remembered, though. Ruddock was a freak athlete, the first generation of modern-day big men. His punching power was on the elite spectrum. If he had faced any other champion,
that
from
left hand
86
was
to
a cannon.
92, he would have held a championship belt, I have
I think
no
it was
doubt.
crazy. That was a good video.